Hi, Martin McGrath here from Financial Edge Group. I just want to give you an update of some things that are happening in my world as a financial planner, and particularly on the Central Coast, the clients we work with, particularly in the financial planning industry for retirees. As some people may know, on the back of the Royal Commission a few years ago, there's been some really big changes in the industry. Some good, some not so good, and some consequences of decisions made are impacting both advisors and, more importantly, the clients that we aim to serve. So the focus of the Royal Commission was to tidy up the industry, to clean up some things that weren't being done the right way, and that was generally the goal. What the consequence has been is some fair amount of changes. So some of those are that there's a higher level of education. Every financial planner has to have a degree, and I think in that respect, that's great. I've already got a couple behind me, so that's fine. Even still, having degrees and master's degrees and qualifications as a CA and CFP, I still need to do extra studies, which was less than others, but for me, that's a fairly big workload on top of things that are happening. The consequences was every single advisor had to pass an exam. Good news is I passed it first go, but I know there's a lot that are still doing that, are struggling with that. And particularly behind the scenes, the cost to be an advisor and the cost to run a business has changed substantially, doubling or tripling for most advisors and the businesses they're trying to run. Now, the good news is I really enjoy this. We love what we do, and we're not going anywhere. I'm going to be an advisor for many years to come. But that's not the case often in the industry. When a lot of hard things happen, a lot of changes happen. So the industry has seen nearly 10,000 advisors already leave, and it's predicted within the next year or so there'll be half the amount of financial advisors that they were only a few years ago. And that does sadden me, in that there's a lot of good eggs going out with some bad eggs there, but also means that there's less advisors around to help people. And that's just because those advisors are making a decision for them that all these changes and requirements and costs doesn't make it sustainable or worthwhile for them to continue to be an advisor. Now, we've made some decisions in-house to be ahead of this, make some changes in how we work, who we work with, investing in systems and technology to try and be as efficient as we can, but also means that we're having to change the type of clients we work with and the fees that we charge. Now, importantly, we're transparent. We like to make sure that people know what they're paying before they commit, both initially and ongoing, but we've been through that process with the existing and new clients so that our business is sustainable. But unfortunately, a consequence is the cost of financial advice has increased substantially, and that's just basically being sunken cost into insurance and compliance costs that arguably aren't being added back, definitely not in the advisor's pocket as profit, and not back in the client's pocket, which at the end of the day is what we're here to serve and do. So I believe and I hope that will change in time as the industry goes on, but it's definitely been a slog and definitely been a process that we've gone through. We're not going anywhere. We're committed to hang around and doing this for many years to come. I'm young. I've got many years till my retirement is, and luckily I love and fortunate with what I do. In saying that, it's also important to pause and celebrate successes. In the last 12 months, obviously, there's been lots of challenges for various people with lockdowns and restrictions and all that kind of stuff. That's important to stop and celebrate the wins. We've had some amazing wins with our clients in terms of investment market recoveries, taking the right approach with your portfolios to make sure the markets are recovering. Successfully won a National Advisor Award as the SMSF Advisor of the Year, which is a great win for a firm on the Central Coast, myself at Erina. And in saying that, some recognition with the industry, being invited to speak on podcasts and present to advisor panels across Australia in terms of who I am and how we work as a business. So there's definitely been some successes along the way, both internally and with the clients that we work with, which is important to stop, reflect, and enjoy those as well. So just a bit of an update on things in terms of that, but good news, we're not going anywhere. We're committed to what we're doing. We're voicing some things behind the scene as an industry to make some changes happen, to make advice more affordable, because at the end of the day, that's what we want for our clients to achieve, and hopefully that will happen in due course. But you can know that Financial Edge Group, Martin McGrath here for a long time to come. Any questions, feel free to reach out and talk soon.